This video is about the Staffordshire Police Working at Height team. It was filmed on the 25th of May 2021 during a 3-person rooftop protest in Tamworth. The team is made up of 15 personnel, sergeants and PCs with an inspector in charge. They're drawn from across the whole of Staffordshire. The first item that has to be done in any rescue is a safety rope. The primary objective of all these deployments is the safety of both the team and protesters or the people that are being rescued. In this case, the protesters were passively protesting. All they wanted to do was disrupt the factory they were sitting on, not cause problems with the police. This ensured a far smoother operation. However, with all operations of this type, safety is paramount and things were done slowly and methodically. The actual operation lasted several hours longer than this video. As you can see at this point, the officer is now explaining to the protester what he's doing and why, so that everyone understands what is happening and there are no surprises to anybody. Safety is the paramount rule for all of this. The safety rope was laid along the apex of the roof and then at either end was attached, eventually, to a police van. Attaching it to the wheel of the police van, having already attached strops around the axle to ensure a secure anchorage. Here we can see the Working at Height team explaining to the police on the ground how they were going to bring down the protesters in the casualty evacuation stretchers and hand them across to the police who would be making the arrest. The team as a whole do quite a few days of training and practice throughout the year to national standards in a variety of things such as mountaineering techniques, mountain rescue techniques, and dealing with protesters. In this case, the protesters were passively resisting and did nothing to disrupt the operation. Here the police are putting the first protester into one of the casualty evacuation stretchers. This is for the safety of the protester being brought down, as the police have no idea what, if any, injuries or problems the protester may have, and it keeps them secure and safe from any injury as the team bring them down. If anybody has a conspiracy theory about why they were doing the protester away from cameras, on that side of the roof there was a large factory flat roof at roughly 2 stories high, therefore far less of a drop to the ground than on the side we were filming from. As I say, everything was done slowly and methodically. The actual operation took many hours longer than this video. Here we can see the first protester being brought down carefully in one of the casualty evacuation stretchers in a safe manner, held by 4 officers. Again, this is to stop the protester hurting themselves, falling off the roof, or in fact sustaining any other injury. This is the safest way to pull someone off a roof. One of the things not mentioned by this unit as something they do was rescuing cats from trees. So I assume for rescuing cats from trees you're going to have to look at calling the fire brigade. When the protester is brought to the ground, as demonstrated earlier at the beginning of the video, the ground police start to take over, unloading the protester safely to the ground in the rescue stretcher, whereupon the Working at Height team will take them out of the stretcher and then, ensuring that they are okay, hand them across to the ground-based police for the arrest. This is to let the Working at Heights team then be free to attend any other incident they have to go to. where you can see the working height team will have removed them from the stretcher, and it is in fact the ground-based police who make the actual arrest. Back to the protester on the roof. This one decided to passively resist on one of the dormer apexes. This gave the working heights team a bit more of a problem, but it gives us a better view of how they actually bring him down. They put a chest harness on him, attach him to the safety rope, and then carefully they are able to move him back to the main ridge, where they can take him to the other side and put him into the rescue harness. A standard rescue team is 6 people, but since they had 3 protesters, more of the team were here. And it does depend on what sort of a rescue it is as to who they put in the team. But as you can see, everybody is attached to the safety rope, including at this point the protester. Again, the casualty stretcher is brought in so that they can strap all his arms and legs safely down by his side and ensure there is no damage to any of them as they're working or moving him across the rooftop. As you can see here, they are checking he's medically okay and able to be brought down safely. At this point, for the same reason as previously, they moved him to the other side of the ridge where there is a much shorter drop onto the roof of the factory behind. As with the first protester, this one was secured in the casualty evacuation stretcher, which of course was secured by a safety rope, then taken across the factory roofs down to the hoist to take him to ground level. At all times, the protester was secured and the team were acting at maximum safety. Once on the ground, the protester was taken from the hoist and unloaded to the ground-based police officers, who would then do the arrest. Having been arrested, the protester was led away, leaving the team to start packing up all its kit